I'm so excited to see you all. Okay, it's already 1700, so I can officially start this live session. So, quick warning, you're going to hear the noise. When you're going to hear that in the you're going to hear that in the background. Please pardon me, okay? There's no way around this, except he's not at home, and he's always at home with me. Okay, so quick one. I just want to encourage you guys to please, if you're joining this live session, please send the link to this live session to your friends, your mutuals, so that they can also join. And I believe that they will benefit from this session. I think it's my very first in the year. Yeah, and also after a very, very long time. I know I promised that I was going to take requests and go live with 2 people. But first of all, let us even start the session, and then we can do that, okay? So first, please, there's an arrow on your screen, on your right corner, the right corner of your screen. Yeah, if your screen is facing you, there are 4 icons there. There's an icon that has the video request. There's the one that has something like 2 people. There's one for questions, and then there's one that's like a kite, like an arrow to send or share. Click on that arrow and share this live session, please, so that we can have more people on this live session. The more, the merrier, right? Okay, so let me officially welcome you to this live session. If it's your first time seeing this face, or hearing me, my name is Nurse MJ. Okay, I'm gonna give you my official name. My name is Blessing Akintayo, right? But my social media name that most people call me is Nurse MJ, and MJ is Mujirade, just for us to get personal, so you feel like, oh, okay, I know her. Okay, so that's my name, and I am so excited to have you watching this live session. It means a lot that you have set aside this time out of your very busy schedule to be on this live session with me. It means a lot to me, and I do not take your presence here this evening for granted. So thank you so much. If you do not mind, can you write in the comment section where you're joining from, where you're listening from? For instance, if you're joining from United Kingdom and you are in your living room, so you just put your country flag or the name of your country, and then you say, in my living room. If it's in your bathroom, you can put that. If it's in your kitchen or your living room, you can put that. I just would love to see that. I want to know where my audience are coming from, and it's a way of also getting to know you and getting to know what I can offer you. So you just say, like me now, I'm watching. Oh, thank you, surely fine boy. France in my living room, beautiful. Amy said, United Kingdom in our kitchen. You must be a foodie. You must be a foodie. And Funke.Ogun said Nigeria. So where are you, in your kitchen or in your living room? That would be Oma. You are in your room. So thank you so much. Please just drop where you're listening from, your country, in your room, in your kitchen, just so I can get to know my audience and, just be able to relate more with you. So, first of all, we want to talk about 3 things today, and I hope that I don't take too much of your time. I only plan to spend a maximum of an hour on this live session, so I want to get to it straight away. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. Saru Mark, living room, where? Which country? Where are you listening from? Yeah, put it. I want to know. I want to meet you. Okay, good. So at any point, don't forget to share this Instagram live. Keep sharing. Keep making your friends join. I believe that they will find something useful to pick up from this live session. Okay, so the first thing I want us to do is, of course, catch up. It's been long, yeah? So let me introduce myself formally. my name is Nurse MJ. I am a registered nurse from Nigeria. It means I trained in Nigeria. And I finished in Nigeria in 2014. Yeah? Hi, from Nigeria in your bedroom. The weather is quite cold, so a lot of people in UK probably will be in their room. So I trained in Nigeria as a registered nurse. I had a diploma from Nigeria. Okay, you need a wife. Okay. I have a diploma from Nigeria in nursing. I'm getting somewhere with this catch up. I just want us to catch up. Like, okay. What do we even know about her? We've forgotten about her. I'll remind you about me. Don't worry. Okay, so and then I moved to the United Kingdom in 2019. Start as a nurse practicing. So I started practicing as a nurse in this country since 2019. Okay. I'm currently a permanent resident in this country. Yeah, good. Yeah, and of course working towards being a citizen. Okay. On this journey, I also, got my license to practice in the United States. Yeah, as a nurse. Okay. I know a lot of people have been asking, are you still going? Do you want to go? We're going to talk about that, okay? And if I've made up my mind about going, we're going to get to it, okay? And why? Why am I even going? A lot of reasons, okay? So, yeah, because I shared something on my Twitter the other day, and people are like, why are you not going to US? What's going on? And some people are also confused. What's going on? What's happening about the whole US processing? Why is there retrogression? What is retrogression? And I've been advising people that there's a lot of reasons. If you just want to go and work in the US and you have your, you just want to go and work, right? You're not going with your family and you don't mind. You can go. The road is free. You can go. You can get your H-1B visa and go. But if you want to go with your family, and which I would encourage you, make sure you go on a PR, like have your green card before going, because people who have gone to work for employers without going with their PR, they know what they've been going through. The opportunities are different. So anyway, we'll get to that. This is just, let's just warm up, okay? So I'm currently in the United Kingdom and I'm practicing as a Band 7 theatre manager. Although, there's an although, I am currently on maternity leave, okay? And I told myself this maternity leave, I am taking it for 12 months. But it's almost over. This year we're going back to work. Good. So catch up. What else did I miss? I've talked about myself. So I create content around nursing, lifestyle. You see that I've added motherhood because that is what is going on right now. The reasons why I have not been really present here on social media and other of my media. And I've also gotten a lot of emails talking about some of my services not being available, like my CV review, coaching, one-to-one coaching, and all of those services that I provide for nurses, especially. Yeah. One of the reasons why I've not been available is motherhood. Trust me, a lot of times I wake up and I am just tired. Recently, about 2 months ago now in November, I started this workout with April Laugh, and trust me, guys, it's been fantastic. It just gives me that boost, and I get that energy. It's not just about the losing of the weight, but I just get that boost of energy that okay, I can do this, I can do anything, and I think that's a really, really, really good thing. So I've started getting my energy back. I've started seeing that I can introduce things that I used to do before. I can start to accommodate. I'm getting to adjust to the life. And it's already part of my life. There's nothing I can do about it. It's here. The motherhood era is here to stay. Okay? So that is what is happening. Motherhood has been taking a lot of my time and my focus. And these kids, they grow up so fast. I don't want to miss this stage. So I'm trying to spend as much time as possible with my kid, right? So that's what has been happening. So that's the reason why I had to cut off some of my services, because I review my CVs myself. And I do this myself because I know what your employer wants to see based on the experience I've had with a lot of nurses. I have supported over 100 nurses since I started officially. So I'm not even talking about the unofficial services, unofficial coaching. Officially, I have supported over 100. Okay, so I know what your employer want, what the person or company you are applying to, what they want to see in your CV. I know it. So this is why I don't give somebody from Fiverr or somebody from anywhere to review your CV for you. I do it personally myself. I take my time, go through your CV, I edit it, and trust me, there's no one that has used my service to edit their CV that has not come back to, give a positive review. Some are even like, are you sure this is for my CV? I feel so confident, So I take my time to do all of this. I do most of these things myself. Trust me, it takes time. So when people tell me, oh, our service is expensive, is this? Trust me, it's not easy. It takes time. And of course, my experience, this is what I am putting into your CV because I want you to get that job. I want them to see your CV and be like, oh, who is this? And give you that job. Okay? So that's why I cannot just do it anyhow. And because I am not available, I'd rather not do it at all than just work on your CV anyhow just because I want to get money from you. Okay? So that's one of the reasons why I have been off, and I'm so sorry if you've been sending me lots of emails regarding CVs, coaching, and I've not been responding. This is one of the reasons, okay? Feta Jane, thanks for joining, my busy girl. So, if you have questions for me, we're going to get to the Q. Why is Q so difficult to call? Q and A session really soon. That will be the last thing we do. But if you have question, thanks, babe. But if you have question, put it in the icon that has the question mark. Okay, so the 4 icons on your right lower corner, you'll see the one that has a question mark. Put your question there, and I promise I'm going to respond to as much questions as I can take on this session before we go off. Okay, so motherhood is the catch up. And what have I been up to? So, because I have been getting a lot of emails for joining my coaching, joining my community, want me to see their CVs, want me to help with applications, want to know how to get a license to practice in the United States, license to practice in the UK. A lot of nurses are in the dark right now because, back in the days, things were so easy, right? And I'm talking as earlier as 2018, 2019. Agencies were doing the bulk of the work for you in recruiting and helping with your CV and everything and the whole application process. But now they just tell you, oh, you want to work with them, you apply to the agency, they give you an interview slot. They will even prepare you for the interview, right? Yours is to be present. Yeah, that was how things were. But now things are completely different. It's not that way anymore. And to even make it more interesting, a lot of nurses now have to sponsor themselves. So before, your employer will sponsor your entire process. Once they've agreed to give you a job, or they've given you a job offer, your visa, your examination, every other process of it, they will sponsor it. Okay? Hi, Kelvin. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, thank you so much. So all of the process, they will do it for you. They will support you all through. So you're not worried. You have all the guidance that you need through each step of your application, right? But now, a lot of people are having to do it themselves, so they are in the dark. They don't know what step to take. They don't know where to turn to. They're confused. There's a lot of information out there. Their head is saturated with both the wrong and the right. And, it's just been really difficult. So, based on the questions I have gotten from nurses I have worked with in the past, the FAQs, that the frequently asked questions and everything that they ask me during our sessions and during the coaching period, I have come up with a guide. So I'm currently working on a guide. So this guide is only for UK and USA. I love to focus on countries that I have done their process, and I can beat my chest about any information I give you, that if you do this like this, this is the result, this is the end result. Okay, so I don't promise you heaven and earth. Yeah, but the one I have, the information I have based on the experiences, I mean, the updates from other nurses, the questions I have gotten asked in the past, based on all of that, I am putting this guide together so that it's going to be your bestie all through the process, the entire process. So if you're a registered nurse, or somebody that is doing nursing and they will be finishing soon and they're going to need this kind of guide, you want them to practice in the UK, or you want them to practice in the United States, and they don't know what to do, they don't even know how to start, they have no clue, come to me. I am going to provide you with that clue. So this is one of the things I have been working on this guide that is going to be your bestie the entire journey. Okay, I might not be available all the time, or you might not even have the money to pay for my one-to-one coaching or my services. But this guide will be so affordable that if you don't have the time, right? If I don't have the time, or I'm not available, your guide is available. The best part is this guide is not the usual reading of book that you just get bored reading. It's going to be a video guide. It's literally going to be like you're speaking to me, I'm speaking to you. Okay, I'm telling you what to do at every stage of the process. Okay, good question, Stanley. Tell me, Chris. Good question. She said, Stanley, she said, please, how do we get the guide? So this is part of the things that I have been working on. I'm trying to make it in a way that is accessible, that you can always go to it and go through it, listen, watch all over and over again and start, And so I'm working on it. I'm currently working on it. Number 2 of the things I'm working on. And for the UK guide, it's almost ready. Don't worry. Very soon, it's going to be out. The USA guide, I'm still working on it because I want you to have everything. That even when you start talking, they'll be asking you to come and speak at events. And you're saying it because they'll be like, have you gone to US? And you'll be like, no, but I've read MJ's guide. Do you understand? I've read MJ's guide. I know what to do. Okay, the entire process, the way I did it, the whole registration with CGFNS, how I register with Texas, everything, what you should click at, when you should click, every information that you need will be in this guide. Okay, it's going to be a video guide. You'll be listening to me, you'll be watching me, you can jot things down. And not only am I going to give you that, I'm also going to give you other things. This is like a one-of-a-kind guide. I don't think there's anyone that has done this. Okay, a video guide. Maybe they've written a book, but not a video guide. Okay, and the second thing I want to talk about is where is it going to be available? How will you access it? It's going to be available on my website. So I'm working on the second thing we are working on. So I'm working on my website. Kevin, you've done it. Okay. So I'm also working on my website. So our website will be launching soon. So all the services that I am offering will all be on the website. I'm going to give you some of the services. So apart from the UK guide, USA guide, for anyone that you're coming out of nursing, like you're finishing school, you already know what to do. You're finishing school, you already know what step to take. Okay, so apart from the guides that will be so affordable, I think I was speaking with my husband last night, and I said, this is how much I'm sending this guy because I have put in so much work. I'm giving them this. I'm even giving you my CV templates. My CV template will be there. A lot of things I'm gonna give you, right? Like, it's beyond what for money. And my husband is like, hey, do it like this now. Say like that. I said, these are my people, this is my community. I want it to be super affordable. And I am not selling it because I want to get the money from them. I need you to have something that you cherish. I need you to have something that you value. That's the word, not cherish. The word is value. Okay, I want you to have something that you value, because I've come to realize that when you give a lot of people, some people, they do value when you give them free things, but a whole lot of other people do not value when they get it for free. So that is the fee you're paying. You're paying, yeah, exactly. You're paying to value it. I want you to value it, because it's guys, it's taking sleepless nights from me. I'm sleeping and my head is reviewing. Have I forgotten something? What have I not included? I've called several of my friends and I'm like, have reviewed this thing for me. What do you think I'm missing? Am I missing something? I've researched. Even Kelvin has not rested. Faith or Johnny, they've not rested from me. And I'm like, am I missing something? Is there something else I should put? Because I want you to get the best. It might take time, but I always want to give the best back to this community that has not only supported me, but they love me. I love to give you the best. So you're going to be getting the UK guide, USA guide, yeah, and exactly. So if you don't commit to it, you don't value it, it's your money is gone. You understand? So the guide, we've talked about the guide. So we're catching up, right? We're talking about what I've been up to. So we talked about the guide, the UK, USA guide. That having that guide, it's like a course, right? Having that course, having that guide, you might not even need to talk to me. You might not even need me all through your process, because you have everything that you need. But some people still want you to hold their hands as they're crossing the ocean. They want you to cross it with them. They want you to paddle the canoe with them, right? I am also bringing that service back, where there's going to be a standard service. The standard service is going to be where we have a one-to-one conversation, one-to-one session. Is just going to be one contact, right? And it's only for two countries. I already told you. USA, UK. Okay, I will. USA, UK. Okay, so I'm going to hold your hands the entire process. I'll tell you about it. I'll talk to you about it in the standard, the standard session. That is just a one-off contact. And then after that, I'm also offering incentive, of course, maybe like 3 days, maybe like 3 days, three other contacts that you can ask me question. You can, maybe something popped up and then you want to ask me, you have a chance of 3 other contacts. Yeah. Then the other one will be the premium. And for this premium, we are going to, every step of the way, we are going through it. And I'm going to give you a grace of 1 year. Yeah. Of course, I'm expecting you to finish your whole process before a year. Yeah, but I'm just going to extend it for a year. So we're going to go through the entire, you're registering, you're searching for jobs, you're reviewing your CV, you're applying for this, you're taking your interview. I'll prepare you for your interview, your mock interviews, everything with real questions, real scenarios. You'll feel like you are taking the real interview. Trust me, I have that experience. I have it, and I believe that giving it out is not going to make me lesser. Giving it, I love to help. So giving it out is me helping. I mean, the more the merrier, like I always say. So the premium will be holding your hands all through the process. You're going to have contact with me, live contact with me in some sessions. You're going to have access to me 24/7. You can ask me questions. You're going through this, you're asking me about it. We're doing things together. That's what the premium is about, and it's going to be for an entire 1 year. These are the things that I've been working on. I'm still holding on because I want it to have everything that you will need. And for some people, they come to me. I offer the service as well. They come to me and they're like, I'm having an interview, so date. Do you prepare for interview? Are you able to prepare me for interview? Hey, this voice noise is getting longer. Okay. So, do you prepare for interview? Are you able to prepare me for interviews? You know, I've gotten that question a lot. I do it within my community. So, offering it alone, I don't exactly do it alone. But now, I am adding it to my service. So, I'm going to prepare you. I always tell people that you want to get a job in a country that you've never worked in. You don't know how things are done. Then, they struggle to get this. You struggle to get the slot. And then you do the interview and then you lose it. No one wants that. You don't want that. That's why you need to bring your A game. And it's not your fault if you do interview. Maybe you've been practicing in Nigeria, or you've been practicing in Kenya, or any country outside of the UK, that your practice is completely different. And then they ask you questions and you're lost. You don't exactly know how to answer. You don't know what your interviewer wants to hear. Okay, when I was in band 6, we used to interview lower band. So if you are an higher band, you interview someone below your band, okay? And I have done several interviews before I could become a band 7 manager. So I know what they want to hear. I know what they want you to give them, okay? So I'm able to prepare you for that interview. So you are well prepared. You don't get to the interview and then you're lost. You don't know what to do. You are already prepared for it. You're like, oh, okay, MJ told me this, okay? It builds your confidence, yeah? Knowing what to expect. How to know what to even expect, how to predict your interviews. We are going to do it. In that mock interview, you not only get interviewed, the questions you miss or you don't get right, and even the ones you get right, we will review them before your main interview. So I'm also introducing that service. Which other service was I going to mention? I think that's literally the services that I'm putting together: the coaching, the guide, the interview prep, okay? And a lot of nurses have realized that they shy away from content creation. I don't know why. They shy away from content creation, yeah? The price and everything, I will communicate with you later, because of course I want you to get the value for your money, yeah? And I also want to I want you to get the best. So we're taking our time. I'll share with you the price, everything. I'll come back again. Yeah, when it's all done, I'll come back again to make this announcement and, give you guys the update, because we're doing it together. I'm also going to give a chance for you to say, oh, okay, for the guide alone, I'll give you guys a chance to suggest, to take a poll on how much you want the guide to be. Yeah, that's how generous I am. And the price that gets the highest view is going to be the official price for it. Yeah, because it's not about the money for me. I just want you to have the best. I don't want you struggling or begging anyone who help me with this. How did you do that? Have it. Have your thing. Even you, when you finish the process, you can even work on the guide and say, okay, me too, I have guide now. I want to give you. You too, you have to pay value for it. Do you understand? So I want you to have that. What was I saying? So we've talked about the guide, and I said that I'm probably even going to give you guys a chance to tell me the price you want to pay for it. So you do a poll and say, this guide, MJ, this is how much we want to pay. And that price, the one with the highest votes will stay. Okay, so yeah, let's see that. So once the website is ready, yeah, we're working on it. Once the website is ready to go and the services will be popped up, the prices will be up, I will share it with you before it launches. Before it even launches, you know about it. So if you're not following me, this is the best time for you to follow me. If you know someone or a nurse or a student nurse, this is for everyone. It's for nurses, it's for student nurses, it's for everybody. Okay, it's for every nurse. Okay, either you're aspiring to be a nurse, you're a student nurse, you're currently a nurse, it is for you. Okay, so if you want to keep up to date with this information, you need to follow me. So if you follow me, you turn my notification bell on, you get notified. Okay, I also have a YouTube channel. Now, I have free information. I share information freely. I don't have a problem with sharing at all. You already know me. I mean, if you're familiar with this page, you know that. Okay, I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. It's my passion. I don't even know how I can cope without doing this kind of thing. Okay, so even on my YouTube, there is loads of free information for you. So you can go through them. You can try to say, oh, I don't want your guide though. I already have your free videos. I want to go through it. Fine. Okay? You can go through it. What about the ban placed on the new graduating nurses by NMC? I am not aware of a ban on any new graduating nurse. I'm not aware of a ban. Yeah, they've only given I'll say requirements, not a ban. So I'm not aware of a ban. Okay, so I have free videos. Maybe you can expatiate on what you're talking about. Okay, I have free videos that you can decide to say, oh, I want to watch a free YouTube. Go ahead and watch them. They are free. I don't even do membership, say, oh, only members can watch. I don't do it. Free. All the information that I even want to edit and put properly, and guide you properly on in the guide, they are there. You can decide to go and use that. But I promise you, this guide is going to be your bestie. Okay? So when everything is all said and done, I'll share it with you guys. So that is literally what I've been up to. I've been up to working on websites, up to creating something that my community will cherish. Yeah. Thank you, Stanley. And catch up with you guys. So a lot of you have been in my DMs asking questions. Yeah, I want you to also come and ask me that question now. I know I have like 4 questions already, and I know questions always lead to questions. But I hope I've been able to catch up a bit with you on what I've been up to, what's been going on. I hope I've been communicating. I've been talking to myself. Yeah, I hope so. So I've been asked to save this live. I'll see if I can save it. If it's not too long, I'll save it, and I'll probably pop it on my YouTube channel as well. So let me quickly go to the Q&A. Can you imagine me? I thought I had 3 questions. See, Inspector John and I decided to enter and say, why are you so fine? What advice do you have for a second time mom to be? The advice I have for a second time mom to be is that, think about it very well. Think about it. Ask about it. It's not easy, right? It's not easy at all. And you already know from your first experience that it's not easy. So, my darling, think about it very well and be sure that you're ready for it and you're ready to fight the battle. Okay? Are we good? I've answered that question. Let me move on. And the other question is, I studied zoology in Nigeria. I want to study nursing and scholarship in the UK or USA. Any advice how to go about this? Zoology. Now, it depends on the kind of scholarship you want to apply to. People don't know a lot about scholarship. They think it's just something with scholarship. Oh, I will not pay school fees, and I'm just gonna study for free. Yeah, that's not exactly how it works. So for you to go through scholarship route, I think I have a video on my YouTube channel that tells you the different kinds of scholarship. I'll share that video again. Yeah, and I will share the link. So it tells you. Let me write it down. Scholarships. Let's see. How to get scholarships. Okay. So I will look for that video and share it again. And in that video, I have talked about the different kinds of scholarships. The one that is free completely, the one that you pay some and then they support you with the rest. The universities, yes, the schools that offer the scholarships, or the grants and everything. Yeah, everything all together. I discussed it in that video. Okay. And for you to even get scholarship, you need to first of all decide on the school you want to go to, or you go to the type of scholarship that are available. Okay, this is a very deep and it's a very deep topic, honestly. Now, your course, zoology, it's fine. You can always get scholarship to study. But for nursing, I always tell people that nursing is quite expensive. So for you to get full scholarship to study nursing free is very rare. But that doesn't say that it's not available. It's very rare. And I think majority of people that I have gotten scholarships recently that I know about, I think it's easier with the UK. Okay, I've come across scholarships for masters. So the master's degree in nursing that is being offered by NMC, is something that you can also use to practice. I mean, you can practice as a band 5. You start practicing as a nurse. You get a pin and practice as a nurse. Okay, and it's very common. I've forgotten what's the full pre-registration masters or something. That's what it's called. Okay, and you can come in through that if you want to get a scholarship, because you already have zoology, you already have a first degree. So you can just do that as a master's degree and you enter into nursing. Now, when you come into nursing with that route, and you can get, because most scholarship for nursing is, most of them in the UK is on master's level. Okay, because you already have one degree, I will encourage you to go via the master's route. Now, if you get it via the master's route and you're able to study and you might not get full, you might get partially funded. Pre-registration master's degree in nursing, I think that's it, right? So you might not get it in full, you might get it partially funded, which is still a lot of money. Okay, depending, right? So I will encourage you to go through that route, come in, and then you can now decide on what specialty you want to focus on to grow in your career if you do love nursing. I would not encourage you to go and start all over again, to be honest, because I always tell people that if you want to come to the UK and you're already a nurse or something, or you already have a degree and you want to do nursing or something in the UK, it's better for you to come and work, not come and study, because studying is expensive. And even when you come in to come and study, not nursing, because it's quite expensive and it takes your time. You have to go on shift. You might not really get the chance to work extra works. It takes your dedication, it takes your time, right? So you need to be really prepared for it in the financial part. Look, apart from them sponsoring you, okay, what about your other part of life? What about your own family and everything? So I always say, when you come in with any other course or you come in to work, after, for instance, if you get the opportunity to work with NHS and you work with them for a number of maybe a year or two, and you work yourself well properly in the service, you get to know people, you are diligent, you're someone that they can trust, you've got integrity, you help where necessary, it's easier for them to integrate you and say, oh, and we have this degree course in this, or we have this master's degree that we are sponsoring. There's the fund to do this, there's a fund to do this, there's a fund to do that. They inform you about it, so you know how things are going, and you're able to apply. You end up not spending any penny to become a nurse. I've worked with people that they joined the NHS when they were students. They finished, they started working as healthcare assistants. From being healthcare assistant, NMC introduced the nursing associate course. They became nurse associates, and then from there, the same NHS sponsored them to become band 5 nurses, to go back to the uni. Bear in mind that these people did not study anything health, knew nothing about health, didn't go to the uni, and then they end up studying for free and becoming a whole nurse. Okay? Exactly. So it's not easy. So I want to encourage you to leave whatever you're doing and then start all over again. You can do the masters. And if, depending on the support you get, I even said that, depending on the support you get, if you can get a job, a proper job, maybe work as a support worker, as healthcare assistant, on the senior healthcare assistant level, or any other healthcare job, and you're able to come in, then you do the masters if you really want to go into nursing, or you even end up working for your employer for a number of years and getting sponsored. Okay, so really that's usually the route I encourage people to take, honestly, because it can be really demanding. I got this. So the other question is, what side hustle or business can a nurse in the UK do aside of nursing? Oh, I know I was saying something about nurses and social media. Yeah, I knew I was saying something around it. Nurses always shy away from social media. And there's a reason for it, right? And the major reason is they are scared. They don't know what will get them in trouble with NMC. Because you don't want to, because of one cheap whatever that Instagram wants to pay you or TikTok wants to pay you, and then you go do something that flops your pin. You don't want to do that. So a lot of times they are like let me just content creation, let me just leave it aside. This, let me just leave it aside. What I do is content creation, right? And I am proud of the impact that is had in a lot of people's lives. My name has gotten to places that I probably will never visit. Yeah? And it's because of content creation. A lot of people's lives have been changed because I decided to share. I decided to create. Right? So it all lies in you knowing what is right. People say, oh, social media policy, my workplace. Who told you that you have to do content at your workplace? Who told you have to do the content at your workplace? You don't have to do it at your workplace. You don't even, where possible, you don't need to do it at your workplace. I used to do, so it depends on, so when I tell people that if you're a nurse and you want to create content on social media, you need to be very careful. The first thing, since I've been creating content, I have never had any social media issue or any issue, anybody reporting me to NMC or whatever. Because I know the kind of brands I shouldn't be working with. Yeah? I know the kind of content I should not create. I know the kind of things I should not say. I know the kind of conversations I should not join. I should not be a part of. Okay? And these are the kind of things you want to know. Any employer I join, the first thing I am interested in as a content creator is I want to know your social media policy. Because some employers do not want you touching your phone at work. Yeah? They don't want you recording anything that has to do with your workplace. That's why you hardly see my tag. You don't know where I'm working. You can guess. I will never tell you this is where I am working. Maybe after I have left, can now talk about it. But when I am there, I will not tell you where I am working. Okay? That's the privacy. I don't want to talk about my workplace. You can decide to, there's a lot of things that you need to know. But it doesn't mean you cannot create content as a nurse. You just need to know what is the policy, what is NMC's policy around this, what is my employer's policy around this, And you also need to find a niche. People say, oh, nursing. It doesn't have to be nursing. It can be a niche within nursing. It can be the lifestyle part of nursing. It can be the tech part of nursing. It just really depends on what interests you. I'm also working on something, but not yet. Is in my to-do list to work on something to share with that a lot of nurses will benefit, especially nurses that are interested in maximizing their social media presence. So hopefully that comes up, right? Hopefully. So let me go back to my question now. So what side hustle or business can a nurse do in the UK aside nursing? So now it depends on what interests you. And it also depends on the kind of visa you're on. You know that if you are on a skilled worker visa, or what we now call the health and social care visa, you have a lot of restrictions. There are a lot of things that you cannot do. There's a lot of businesses that you cannot do business. Or you cannot officially register a business. Yeah? Some people even say you cannot do YouTube. I did YouTube. YouTube has been paying me since less than 3 months since I created the YouTube account. Yeah. So yeah, I do YouTube. I do freelancing on Instagram. I work with brands. All of that, right? It's freelance. You're allowed to do freelance. You're allowed to do freelance. You're allowed to freelance includes maybe you're reviewing something for someone, you're helping someone review their assessment, that sort of thing as a side hustle. Yeah. And if you want to do a business unregistered, that means you won't be able to say, this is a registered business in the UK that I am doing. Because you are not allowed to do business on your visa. So that when you are applying for your indefinite leave to remain later, or your permanent residency, you don't get thrown out just because, you did this at this time, you did this at this time. Okay? So, now, the kind of business that you want to do, I've already mentioned that you can do freelance. You can help people with reviews, reviewing assessment, reviewing CVs, you can decide to do, depending on your own passion as well, or what you like as your hobby. You might want to do baking. Is selling now. I also know that a lot of nurses are into photography. Yeah. Something that actually interests you, makeup, yeah. But as a nurse, there's no limit to what you can actually do. Honestly, what other people can do, you can also do. It now depends on how you plan your time, your annual leave, how you work on that, so that it can accommodate your side hustle and you are still doing your full-time job and giving your full hours, and it's not affecting you or impacting your job in any way. So yeah, it really depends on you deciding that. People that are asking questions and putting it on this on my page, it's really affecting, because I won't be able to scroll. What's that? I won't be able to scroll back and be scrolling on the screen and looking for your question. So if you have a question, like I said, if you're just joining, please say where you're joining from. Are you joining from the UK, in your room, or in your kitchen? That's lovely. I just want to know you. And if you have a question, there are 4 icons on your right. There is one that has a question mark, because we are now in the question session and I'm rounding off pretty soon. So there is the one with the question mark. Use the one with the question mark to ask your question. Any question that is on my screen, I'm not going to be scrolling to look for the question, because I have to be scrolling back. As people are joining, the screen is moving. Okay, so I won't be scrolling back to check for your question. So please use the question icon to drop your question. That's the icon with the question mark. Okay, use it to drop your question if you have a question. If you don't, I'm not going to scroll on the screen. So once I'm done with the questions in there, that means the session is over. Yeah, because I've got to go do other things quickly. How can a registered nurse? No, not that. Lately, we've been hearing that there are no nursing jobs in the UK. All right. What would you advise someone who wants to start the whole process? Should we still go ahead? Okay. I know a few people that have passed IS and still not gotten jobs. Good. What you have said is not far from the truth. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying, oh, there's no more nursing jobs in UK. They're not getting jobs. Or maybe UK is not recruiting from Nigeria. That's not true. I said that at the beginning of this session that a lot of people are not doing things right. Things are not like before again. Before, you needed to be on Twitter. On Twitter, like new dispensation every week. I'm like, do we still have nurses left in Nigeria? It was so back to back, because that time the need was very pressing, and the NHS was allowed to recruit through agencies from red list countries. So if you are a nurse from Nigeria, you're probably going to be affected by this, because Nigeria is one of the countries that's on the red list. The red list simply means that there are countries that have complained to the World Health Organization that they are having a brain drain. UK is poaching their care workers. So World Health Organization needed to do something about it. And they said, from these places, you are not allowed to actively recruit. Active recruitment means that you're going through agencies. These agencies are, going to candidates, and the agencies are bringing them to the UK. Okay, which makes life easier for employers in the UK. Okay, active recruiting. However, you are allowed as a nurse to apply to any hospital you want to apply to. You are allowed. No one is going to say, you are from this country, we are not recruiting you. No. Agencies can say that because they are not allowed, because you're on the red list. But no NHS employer will say we are not recruiting. What they can say is, we are currently not offering visa sponsorship. They can say that because not everyone has the fund, because they have to be provided with the fund. COS, I remember the days when people will get 3 COS and they'll be telling me, MJ, I have 3 COS. I have now declined one. Can you see? This is part of what you have caused. This is partially the fault of those nurses in the past. People they will collect 3 COS, and then this COS is not free. They get it from the Home Office. Home Office approves that certificate of sponsorship. It costs money. It's not free. And then someone will now take 3 from 3 employers, and they say, so which one should I take now? Oh, no, you don't have to make the employers apply for COS before you decide on which employer to take. But these are the things that people have done in the past. And now it's impact, because that's like a waste of money. They give you COS, you've gotten COS from like 2 other employers, and then the other 2 becomes waste. So who should be funding that loss? So some employers don't have the fund. So they will say, if you need visa sponsorship, we're sorry, at the moment, we're unable to fund that. They don't have the fund. So now, what I will say is, the UK is still recruiting. Yes, recruiting from anywhere. UK is not discriminating, okay? Active recruitment by employers in the UK has reduced drastically. Yeah, and from countries like that are on the red list, agencies will tell you no. But you can go to the hospital. So for instance, commonly big hospitals like NHS hospitals, of course, that's the government hospitals, they're always short. There are hospitals in the very expensive areas like London, Oxford, Manchester. Some part of Manchester is expensive, right? Sorry, those areas are quite expensive. Because of that, they always lose nurses. So these are the areas that people need to be targeting. I'm saying this now because this is my community and I'm sharing it, right? These are the areas you need to target. So now when you're applying, you're going straight. You have 3 options. You're either going straight to the employers. Yeah. So because you're outside of the UK, right? You are going straight to the employer's website. So you get a list of hospitals, like maybe just go to Google, NHS hospitals in the United Kingdom. List will come up, right? And maybe 5 in a day. You do 5 in a day. You go to that hospital, you Google them, you go to their website, get to their website. They always have the contact us section or work with us. So the reason why I mentioned contact us, you can decide to just go to contact us and send them an email that I am looking for a job. Oh, I have this, I have that, I've gotten this, I've gotten that. If you have a question, put it in the question section so I can respond to it. So you put it, oh, I have this, I have that. If you have sent an email to the wrong through the wrong port or through the wrong person, maybe instead of sending it to the HR, you have sent it to the front desk or something, they'll direct you, oh, sorry, you've come to the wrong department. This is the right department. You can forward your inquiries to them. Okay? Or you properly go to work with us section. Under the work with us section, for a lot of hospitals, apart from hospitals that contract their recruitment to external, third party, right? They will have vacancies. And under the vacancies, you will see the ones that are open to international recruitment. You will see the ones that are restricted. These ones, don't bother applying. Once you see restricted, don't just bother, because it's mostly restricted, either internal recruitment or people that must be in the UK. Okay? But if you don't see any restrictions, there's no red. Restriction is always carrying red. If you don't see any restriction, there's no red, you're fine. You can always apply. Okay? Now, most employers are no longer putting, we are offering sponsorship. You probably not even see it. As long as it doesn't say we are not offering sponsorship, go ahead and apply. Now, the mistakes a lot of people are making is because I've gotten a lot of people send me email, oh, I finally got a job slot and, I messed it up. I didn't pass my interview or this one, that one. A lot of people make mistakes in their applications that I do not want you to make. And that's why I said I'm providing this guide. People don't apply properly. They don't apply for the right jobs. They don't even have the job. They don't even have the job requirements. If you don't have a job requirement for a particular role, while you're applying, you probably get, unfortunately, or not get shortlisted. Okay? So, the best route is go straight to the employers, go to their website, and go send them a cold email. People say, oh, what's cold email? English, grammar. Cold email is just simply you sending them email. They did not ask you, so you have sent it. You did not tell me to apply, but I have decided to apply. I've passed my IELTS. I have my CBT. Some already even passed OSCE. I've got my NMC pin. I have gone through your hospital. Your values are wonderful. They align with my professional values. I would love to work with you. Pitch yourself. Okay? If you have gone to the wrong department, whoever receives that email will say, I'm sorry, or oh yes, okay, we are recruiting, oh we are not recruiting. The ISC, they're not gonna shoot you in the leg for sending an email through that port. Okay, the ISC you get is a no, right? But that is the best way to do it now. Going straight to the employer, sending that email. Your email is not, hi, I'm this. It's like you're writing a formal application, okay, for a job. So you need to do it right. You're saying the right salutation. You're introducing yourself with your full name, your years of experience, what you are looking for, what you currently have, why you are coming to them, why you want to come to them, why you want to work with that hospital. Okay, you put all of that, and you put your contact, attach your CV. Now coming to your CV is another thing that is a disaster. Based on my experience reviewing CV, I don't want to mention country, but yeah, I've reviewed CVs from different countries. I don't want to say the worst, but yeah, I know that a lot of people, they need a CV review 100%. Some people be like, my CV is, I've seen people that even have masters. I've reviewed CVs for people, even people that have more qualification than myself. I'm telling you, they have a diploma, they have 2 degrees, they have masters, they have PhD. I have reviewed their CVs, and still when I send it back to them, like, oh wow, thank you. So forget about the qualification that you've got. It doesn't mean that you know the right thing to do, or you know the right thing to put. So you need to get your CV right. And if you're applying, if the employer or the email you have sent to them, if they come back to you and give you a link, and then you have to input your CV on the template on their website, you need to still get things right. That's why you need your own CV to guide you. I have a video on my YouTube channel. That video is not attracting a lot of views. The views is not my concern. But the information in there that I want you to get, how do you get it if you're not watching it? I told you the 3 ways now that are valid, that are effective for you to get a job in the UK as a nurse or anyone. I told you the 3 ways, and how so the mistakes that people are making. I have a video coming up, I think on Wednesday or tomorrow, I'm not sure. Yeah. It's going to premiere soon. In that video, I highlighted the mistakes that people are making. Yeah, why you are not getting an interview slot. See, things are not like before that you can just throw anything at anybody. You need to get things right. And while you're looking for a job, there are trainings that you can invest your time in. Online trainings, either free or paid, that can boost your CV, that when an employer sees it, they're like, oh, okay, this is a golden candidate. They want you in their organization. The employer in the NHS or any other employer in the UK that is recruiting from a red list country needs to prove beyond doubt that they have not seen the best candidates in the UK. Do you understand? That is the way Home Office can give them a COS. Say, oh, we have looked left, right, and center in the UK. No better candidate. This is the person. This is the one. We must bring her in. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to work on yourself. Work on your qualifications. Work on your skills. Work on your CV. Don't be too scared to spend money. You have spent so much money on writing exams. So it is the maybe 20k or 35k that will help your CV and push you forward that you cannot spend. No. Go in hall. So this is what I'm going to highlight. Anyway, let me stop on that topic and go to another question quickly. So I have the video on my YouTube channel that has highlighted the 3 ways for you to apply now. The other one I will give you, chip in quickly, is referrals. Okay, so I'm still going to do a referral for one of my nurses tomorrow. That reminds me. Let me write it down. Referral. So if you have someone that is working in the UK already, probably within the healthcare sector or knows someone within the healthcare sector, they can help send an email to the HR just to ask if that department or that hospital, if they are recruiting. Okay? If they are recruiting, that's it. that person just needs to send an email on your behalf to the HR department that I have a nurse, Lagbaja, that is, she's qualified, she has experience in, say, maybe child and adult care, just for example. Yeah, she has over 10 years experience, for example, 10 years experience or 5 years experience working as, as a child and adult care nurse, something. She currently, she has passed at this, she has even gotten an OSCE NMC pin, or, does not have it, whatever they have currently. And they would love to work, yeah, and they would love to work with this organization. Is there any vacancy available? Please help. I highly recommend them. They're diligent, they are dependable, and that sort of thing. They put a recommendation in for you. If you are lucky, yeah, and they are recruiting, they probably send them a link for you to apply, or say, oh, hello, or they can even call the department for you and say, oh, hello, this and that, I need somebody, they are this, can we help? Do we have vacancies? Are we recruiting international nurses? Are we providing sponsorship? They make that kind of call for you. Okay, they can't do it for everyone. So you have to be someone that you really know. So this is another route that a lot of nurses are taking. This route was first mentioned to me by my husband, because doctors are not finding it funny either, and they've always not exactly find it so funny anyway. And through recommendations, a lot of them have been able to secure job offers. Okay, and I'm like, okay, we could do that in nursing. And unfortunately, I had a discussion with one of my friends, Fumi MJ, and she said, oh, she's done it with a lot of nurses in the past. Of course, we've done it, right? I'm like, oh, my hospital is recruiting, come now, we help you apply. I call the HR. A lot of people have come into the UK. Oh, I've called the HR. Oh, I'll tell my friend to help you, this kind of thing. But now that things are the way they are, people are still using that route as well. Okay, the referrals. And if you're already in the UK, maybe you're through dependent route and all, you can easily just, apply to hospitals directly yourself, or use agencies. There are verified agencies on the UK website. Yeah, I think I shared 5 verified agencies on my last video on YouTube, right? In that video, I shared verified agencies, especially for people that are already in the UK. Maybe they are on dependent visa or any other visa that is not visiting visa or something. And they're looking for job as a nurse, sponsorship jobs. They are verified agencies that you can apply to. So these agencies, they're verified by the government. They cannot recruit from a red list country, Abby. You're probably from a red list country. But once you are in UK, they will recruit you. Do you understand? So you can also go through them. That list, I'll find the link. But I already have the video on my YouTube, and I think I also shared the link. In this video, in this guide that I'm working on, all this kind of information will be there for you. Okay? Everything will be there for you. So yeah, I hope I have clarified a lot. I think I've spoken a lot about that. So quickly, so I think I've clarified you, Twinkie, on how to go about it. Okay, and how can registered nurse in Canada become registered in the UK? Honestly, in Canada, a registered nurse in Canada wants to come to UK. Why? That question, I did not see it coming. Okay, honestly, I did not see it coming. But to be honest, it depends on what that registered nurse is. That registered nurse practicing as a nurse in Canada? Because we know that a lot of nurses in Canada are not even Canadian registered nurses, and they're not practicing as a registered nurse in Canada. Okay, so is the registered nurse living in Canada or actually practicing in Canada? There are two different ways, because there are two different things and routes to it. Okay, if they are practicing as nurses in Canada, yeah, they might have some exemptions. Wait, is Canada an English-speaking country? Is it? EU? I have to confirm that information. Because it's very shocking. I've never coached any nurse from Canada that wants to come to you. That wants to come to UK. Very, very shocking question. So, but if they are just living in Canada, hey, and they now want to move to UK, then they will still have to register with NMC. Okay, the same route. However, if they are already Canadian registered nurse, and they now want to become UK nurse, they might get some exemptions. For instance, the English, blah blah blah. They might get some exemptions. They might not, depending on their work system. I think I'll have to confirm that, because I need to be sure if Canada counts as a country that is on the same level with UK kind of healthcare. They might not need to do CBT. They might have that exemption. I need to check my guide. I think I have that information in my guide. But honestly, that answer, I don't have it. Except they are not yet Canadian registered nurse. Okay? If they are not yet Canadian registered nurse, then they can. Well, I'll let close. You are very serious with this comment section. Thank you so much. If you have question, put it in the question icon. I'm rounding up soon. So yeah, we have to discuss that later. I think Nurse Ofela is a good one to start with Canada. I will ask her, because Canadian RN, I need to find out if they count with the countries that have that relationship with the UK and the training, and they are on the exemption list. Because some countries, not everyone needs to do CBT. I know that a lot of people don't know. Even me, I did not know. I started writing my guide. Not every nurse from every country, because this guide is from every nurse from every country. So I needed to put some information, not just Nigerian nurses, okay? So not every nurse needs to write CBT, in case you don't know. That's the test of competence one. Not every nurse needs to write OSCE. Not every, okay? So that's why the Canadian RN might be one of those nurses that do not, if that person is Canadian RN, that is, yeah, they might not need to write any OSCE or CBT. They might just need to do some verification that integrates them into our system and then gets them licensed with NMC. If you get what I mean. Because like some people too, my husband told me the other day that not everyone takes the UK driving test, theory or practical. They just take their license from their country and it says change to a UK license. I was wild. I think Zimbabwe safe is even included. But we from Nigeria, we still have to take all the tests and everything. So that information I will have to confirm and probably get back to you. So if you're following me, keep up to date. I'll look up that information. So let me write it down. Canadian RN. Yes, because that information needs to be in my guide if it's not already there. So thank you for that question. To UK. I did not prepare for it. All right. Let me quickly check. One second. I'm going to breeze through all these questions now. So thank you so much. Global Midday, I'll get back to you. Okay, let me write your handle. The Global Midday. That question, you shocked me. How is your baby? Thank you so much, V. My baby is fine. Thank you so much. Love you, love you, love you, love you. And Stanley Lovely said, please, ma'am, throw a little on the IELTS route. Thank you. What is IELTS route? Can you clarify? I don't understand what you mean by IELTS route. Okay. The Funke said, can you talk about accelerated second degree BSN? Not on this session. Okay, let me talk about it quickly. So I need to round off. Yeah, but let me talk about it quickly. So for the BSc accelerated, what's it again? In the UK, right? I want to believe you're saying in the UK. In the UK, right? You can do a top up. So there are universities that offer top up. Like when I came into the UK, I was a diploma nurse, but now I have a degree. Yeah, because I did a top up. I did mine for 2 years, but some people did it for a year. Some people are very good and they have their life together. They did it for 6 months. I don't know how. Even the university encourage you to do minimum of 1 year. But some people manage to do, to do it in 6 months. I don't know how they did it. But yeah, so it's a top-up degree. Depending on the university, that will determine the requirements. I think I have a video with a list of universities. I have a lot of information on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is NosMJTV, for those who don't know. That channel is now everything. It used to be so much of just nursing, but you know, as life throws you lemon, they say you should press it into lemonade. So you see a bit of motherhood, you see a bit of motherhood, you see a lot of, you know, nursing, of course, because that is my niche. And, you know, you see a bit of other things, lifestyle, generally. But that information that you're probably asking or paying somebody elsewhere for, I have probably already shared it on my YouTube channel. Okay? So, information about the university. So, you just need to say, this is the university I'm interested in. Go through their requirements and, you know, walk through it. The best part is you can do it online. Now, a question I got recently from one of my clients, I'll say, is, can someone in Nigeria, for instance, apply for a BSc top-up and they will give the person visa to come and study in the UK? I do not encourage that. If the sole reason why you want to get a top-up is so that you can come to the UK, it doesn't work like that. They don't offer visas for mostly top-ups. Most top-ups are online. Majority. You are not having live classes. Majority of them. Because you can do it, they did it that way, so you can do it at your own pace. You know, you can work and study. Right? So they most likely will not give you a visa. And even if you get a visa, yeah, which most likely not. Even if you get a visa to come and study a top-up, it's not a guarantee that you will not automatically, as an international nurse, you will not automatically begin to work as a nurse without your PIN. You still, if you're doing it to escape the registration with NMC, that's what I'm saying. I need to go, guys. If you're doing it to escape the registration with NMC, I'm telling you, you cannot escape. Okay? You cannot escape. You still need to register with NMC even after your top-up nursing. Okay? Majority, when they give visa to study nursing, is for those that are doing a proper undergraduate starting, not top-ups. Okay? So I hope that clarified your question. I don't want to dwell too much on it, okay? So that's it about the BSN. More information is on my YouTube channel, NosMJTV. Just type. I have the playlist for nursing. I need to even update that playlist. Once you go to that playlist, all of your questions answered. I'm telling you. Because most of my videos are based on frequently asked questions. And the reason why I have not done so much nursing question videos lately is because I have not been doing my coaching. My coaching gives me the question. I'm like, oh, so people don't know this. And then I share the video. I have an Ethiopian friend in Dubai. She wants to come to UK for living, care, or support. Can you help? So I got a lot of questions about, oh, can you connect us with agency? Can you help me with this? You know, that gives care work. I am someone that I love to streamline what I do. I am not jack of all trades, master of none. When it comes to nursing, I can say I cannot say I'm master, but at least I am partial. I don't want to say I'm master, yeah. I do know a lot of things based on experience and relationship with nurses, right? But I deal mostly with nurses. I don't deal so much with care. Okay? And another thing I don't do, because I don't want someone to go report me to NMC that I have used my influence as a nurse to influence people and refer them to one agency when the agency disappoints. A lot of agencies have reached out to me, even from the US, UK, Nigeria, that I don't work with. I don't want to work with you. Your money, keep it. Your referral bonus, keep it. I don't want to get in trouble, lose my pay because of petty money. No, I won't do it. So, I encourage people doing things themselves. If you want to go through agencies, if they are not verified agencies by the UK government, I am not recommending them. So, someone that is Ethiopian, I don't think that country is on the red list. If they are not on the red list, I will encourage you to go through verified agencies on the UK website. If you just Google verified recruitment agencies, they will come up. Okay? Guys, my baby is really crying. I need to go, and I'm sure that he's hungry. His aunt is taking care of him, but I can't concentrate when he's crying. I feel like I'm neglecting him, so I need to go quickly. Can someone with health social care background in the UK and degree from Nigeria start year 2? I don't understand that question, to be honest. If you want to book a one-on-one, with you before the guide is out, can we still do that? The services are not launched yet. Twinkie, my darling, the services are not launched yet, okay? So once I am fully ready, once they launch, you guys will be the first to know, okay? But the services have not launched just yet. So if you send me an email, if it's a question, I can answer you quickly, because most people, question leads to question. That's why I recommend one-to-one session. But if it's a question, I can answer you quickly. If what you want is really urgent, I can consider the fact that you are a good supporter. If what you need is really urgent, I can fix you into my schedule. Schedule. I can fit you in. But honestly, officially, it's not yet relaunched. Okay, but pretty soon, hopefully latest by the first week in February or towards the end of this month. I'm pushing it for that. Okay, so due to lack of visa sponsorship in UK, would you encourage a nurse with BSc to start with care jobs? There is no lack. I've said it. There's no lack of sponsorship, okay? No lack of sponsorship. I've told you there are employers that are still recruiting if you do things the right way. It might seem tough, but while you're waiting, there are things that you can involve yourself in, skills you can build. But I get the lack that you're saying. In the past, when they just recently launched the care jobs, and people were, even that time, people were struggling to get jobs. Some people were. I recommended it for nurses to come. A lot of them are now fully nurses. They have BSc. Some people were telling them, oh, don't ever do that. You won't be able to change. I'm like, I told them, if you're struggling to get a job as a nurse, come in as a carer. A lot of people who listen to me are now nurses. Okay? So yes, I can say it, that if you're struggling, apply for a band 4 role. Yes. When you get in, if you're able to get that job, I use that route for a lot of nurses in my community. They took that route. You come in as a band 4. Once you finish your registration with NMC, get your examinations done, you get your PIN, your employer does not have a choice than to turn you to a band 5. They don't even have a choice. Some employer will even say, you come in as a band 4, we support you through the registration with NMC. When you get your PIN, you become a band 5, and we change your salary with payroll. So will I recommend it? I used to recommend it. So yes, I don't have a problem. I think it's a good thing to do. I recommend it absolutely. So guys, so let me quickly go to, is there a fast route for nurses after NCLEX aside EB3 which they can fight for themselves? So I'm happy that question is going to also, Dale's question will also answer Nana's question. Okay, so generally, exactly, Bolales Closet. So generally, right, there are different kinds of visa if you want to go to the US as a nurse. Now, your agency will file for your visa, and there is fast route. Yes, that's the H1B visa. Okay, if you're not going with the EB3, your PR, the H1B visa is just for visa for people that have sponsorship, just like health and social care work visa in UK. Now, I have from experience with and relationship with other nurses, because of course I'm also on that route, and I am stuck in this country now that I am ready to leave UK. I want to leave UK. I'm tired of this country. And now that I want to leave this country, I am now stuck with retrogression. Okay? And I'd rather wait. I'm already a permanent resident in this country. Permanent resident. Yeah, that's correct. English is hard. In this country. Why would I want to go with H1B visa? H1B visa simply means when you don't have that job anymore, you leave the country. Imagine Kolosi, America.
Your enemy should not lose job. They should not tell you to go back to Nigeria. Or tell me that already a permanent resident to go back to UK. Well, me, I can even go back to UK if it's within the time frame. I still have my PR. But someone that is from Nigeria will not go back to Nigeria. So, from experience, what a lot of nurses have experienced, nurses that have been in this pathway before myself and other people, and what they have advised, they've experienced the fact that these agencies, I had an agency reach out to me, and I declined flat working with them. They said they are able to take nurses now. Once they've passed the NCLEX, they are ready to take them right to US. And I'm like, excuse you, which visa are you taking them on? There's retrogression. And they said the H1B visa. I said, okay, sorry, I'm not interested. Yeah, I'm not interested in providing nurses for you, and then something happens to them with their relationship with you, and then they lose the job and they have to know. So what some of these agencies they do is they hook you down. You know, with your PR, with your EB3, with your PR, when you work with your employer, you can decide to break up the contract anytime. You have your PR. Do you understand? You are. It's not like UK PR. You are free as a bird. You can decide not to work as a nurse again. You can say today I'm not working as a nurse. I'm in this country now. I don't even want to work as a nurse. Let me refund your funding fee and move on my own and go my way like free. The word is you are as free as a bird. Yeah, just like a nurse in UK that has a PR. Okay, but someone that has sponsorship, like when I was on sponsorship, I cannot do anyhow, because if I do anyhow, they will tell me your sponsorship will take it. Once they take my sponsorship away, if I'm not able to get another job within a time frame, usually the Home Office will give you 60 days. I don't know how many days they will give you in US. You will go back to your country. You lose the job and go back to your country. So a lot of people from experience, they hook them, and they are not free. They have to do what they tell them to do. Of course, you want to do what your employer says you should do, but not be held as a slave, if you get what I mean. So when it comes to, they want your PR, they will delay your PR so much that you'll be frustrated. You don't want that for yourself. Yeah, and I will never advise a nurse that is in the UK with a PR to go to another country like US on H1B visa and be treated like, So if you're in a hurry, fine, and you don't mind, and it's just you're not going with your family, no problem. You can go. Maybe you have families there that can support you. Go ahead. But we don't know anybody. We have nobody. And from experience, it's not a good experience. It's not advisable. It's best for you to wait for that retrogression to clear. But if you're so desperate and you cannot, and you don't mind, I am happy. I am 100% happy to give you the name of that agency that has reached out to me. But when things go south, just don't mention my name. Nobody should come and drag me. That's my own. Okay? Nobody should drag me. Alright, so I think I have cleared that up. Yeah, so generally, thank you so much, guys. We've been able to catch up. I've saved this live session so you can go back to it if maybe you'll pick one or two things and you can get a update that I shared before. I don't advise you to chat me via DM, honestly. I might not be able to respond. Yeah, if you send me an email, I will see that easier than, honestly, I don't like when I prefer when you send me an email. So when you send me a DM, you will get my email, okay, as an automated message, okay. And if what you want is urgent, we can discuss it, okay. So I hope I've been able to reconnect with you guys. I miss you so much. I enjoy being on live session. I enjoy talking. I enjoy doing this, but motherhood is not letting me. Thank you so much for the support. If you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. See, you might not to watch the lifestyle. I share lifestyle because that is what is going on in my life right now. Okay? And I also want you to see the other side of me that you don't see. A lot of people, when I'm being funny, they're like, why is she being funny? They see me as a serious person. So when they see me being funny, they're like, why is she being funny? I'm funny. In real life, I'm very playful. And you get to see that side of me on my YouTube channel, on the lifestyle part. I just wanted to show that part of me so you can see the real me. I don't fake anything in my life. I'm just who I am, to be honest. And you will see that part more on YouTube, and you're like, oh, she's cool. People meet me and they're like, oh, she was nice. So, do you not think I was mean before? And then, oh, I thought she was going to be proud. Have you ever seen me before? Yes, my name says Proud Nurse MG. But that means I'm proud to be a nurse, not that I am a proud person. Okay, so if you'd love to connect with that other part of me that you probably don't get to see so much on Instagram or on Twitter, it's on my YouTube channel. If you have update information about something that is worrying you, that you're not clear about, you go to my YouTube channel. I'm sure you'll find an answer to it. The YouTube channel is Nurse MJ TV. Okay, I have a playlist for nursing. If you're a nurse and you want information about nursing, you get it. You know, you want to see our life in the UK, living in the UK, the cost of living in the UK. I'm working on that. How much you are spending as a family of 3 on what the bill is shook. Yeah, so all of that is on my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter. On Twitter, I share more of information. There's more serious part of me is on Twitter. Yeah. On Instagram, you already see what I share: lifestyle, nursing, motherhood, nursing. I hope that when my services relaunch and when my guide comes back, or when my guide launches and my website goes live, I hope that I'm gonna get the turn up from you guys. I promise you. You know that if I'm sharing anything with you, it's premium only. It's not quantity. We give quality and value for money, and I believe that it's going to be really super helpful. The goal here, the aim here is not to collect your money. The aim here is to help you. The aim here is to support you, and it's from me listening to you, getting your emails, seeing the things that you're asking me, and I'm like, okay, let me include this. All right. So if you love to keep up to date with my information, or services or anything coming up, kindly follow this page. Follow this page, turn my post notification bell on, and I promise you are in the right place. If you know anybody, an aspiring nurse, a student nurse, a nurse that you need them to step up their game in 2025, you need them to live where they are, their comfort zone, and step up. UK has changed my life. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Things might not look as flashy as I would love it to look right now, but I promise you, I'm very far from where I started from. Okay, and it kept me on this pedestal. It gave me a lot of opportunities, and I believe it will change your life too. If UK is a stepping stone, you're in the right place. If USA is where you want to go, you're also in the right space. Okay, I have those information for you. All right. So if you have anybody in a relationship or whatever with you that you want them to step up their game in 2025, encourage them to follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere. Follow Motherhood, okay? And thank you for your time. Thank you so much for the love and support. I need to go to my motherhood life now. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I love you guys so much. Thank you, lovelies. I call you lovely, so feel free to call me lovely too. Hey, lovely. Bye, guys.